Alright, now what I'm ready to do is start to do the other pieces of the table. I have my purple heart, which has been cleaned up, planed and edged, nice and straight and true on the top. And I also have what will be the cross piece of the table. Cleaned up, both of these have been cleaned up, cut the length and planed. Out of this piece is going to become this piece once it's finished shaping. Out of this piece I will cut this piece out. And these will be the cross supports under the top of the table. We're going to start the table saw up, and we're going to do that particular slot first. So I've gauged this so that it comes out perfectly in the middle of the board. It's going to be an interlocking dado joint. This piece will get slotted. You can see it fits nice and snug, not too tight, not too loose. The other piece will get slotted now, and these two will interlock to form the top of the table support. So the next step is to do this piece. Okay, now I have my top table support piece. And I have the cross piece with the dados cut in them, and if it was done correctly, it slips together, not too tight, not too loose, just enough room for some glue. So that's the start of the top table support system for this table. These two pieces now will be marked out and cut to shape on the bandsaw in the next shaping process. The next step is to start to trace out the shape and pattern of the top piece that's going to support this table. From this template that I've developed earlier. So I'm going to trace that out and mark that on there. We're going to take that over to the bandsaw. I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece. Centering the template on it. I'm going to mark it out. And now I think we're ready to go over to the bandsaw and cut these curved pieces out and begin to shape the top support pieces. Okay, I've marked the pieces out. We've got the bandsaw running. We're now going to start to cut this out to the lines that are on the pieces, and then we'll clean them up. You can see I've got the horizontal piece is now cut to length. The dado's cut in it. We're going to clean these two sides up and drill the holes on an angle that will support the aluminum rods, which will help stabilize this on top of the curve of the table. Now we're going to cut the other piece out, which are end cuts. Okay, now I've cut the other piece out, so it matches the template that I made for the table. We're going to clean the ends of this up. And now you can start to see the beginnings of the cross ribs that will support this table. Okay, I've got some pieces ready now for the top support on the table. And I've also got pieces ready that are going to become the feet, which go on the end of the curve of the table. The feet will go through a series of operations from machining to a nice square piece, cut to length, ready to go. Down to this piece, which will actually be on a slight tilt, and the table will spring out of that, which will give that 8-inch wide base on the table, which is only about that wide. The base will actually start to sit like that on the table with the aluminum rods, so this will give it some stability over just the 8-inch wide piece, which is the arch of the table. So I've taken some templates that I have made, and I've marked lines on these squares, and we're going to take those to the bandsaw and cut them out, similar to the way that we cut the other pieces out. These pieces, I've located the holes that I need to locate. These holes will will pin this to the curved form itself, the base of the table. These holes will be for the aluminum rod, and I've used a marking gauge, and I've marked centers on all of those on this piece. We're going to go over to the bandsaw next, I think, and cut these out, and we're going to go to the drill press, and we're going to be drilling these holes out next.